If you didn't think this game was charming the first time, well, trust me, it's less charming when you have to start a run over 25 minutes in. Re-experience all of this narrative. Is that you? Here's this guy with his pants tucked into his socks. Kinda looks like he's got shoulder pads. Oh yeah, how's your, how are those USB socks of yours coming along? Do you recommend that all Canadians get a pair of USB socks? Is there like a... I guess I would be worried about there being like a nubbin, like the little ports for the USB being like rubbing up against my ankle or something. I don't know. I've never tried out footwear with wires in it, so I don't know how sensitive my feet are. Be right back. I gotta go charge my socks. That was a better, like, damage boost situation, we'll see. Gotta hit this guy twice. This. Yeah, so I think that's better because I didn't have to wait for him. Oh, recoil got me. Oh, extra 2 bonks that I didn't want. Could have been better. It also affects my health moving forward. If I could get out of this boss fight with 3 health, it'd be a lot better. Just get good, kid. Yes, I'm sorry. Please take this Umbra port. Ugh. I understand why that's different. Like sometimes I'm able to get through there without taking a hit, and sometimes I'm not. My best guess is the not particularly well-programmed game is inconsistent. Lots of narrative. Get an umbrella. Switch umbrellas. 2 health. Means I'm gonna just take a death to the tank. Because it's faster than resting at the end. So, the story is not good. It's, whatever you imagine the story is going to be better than what the actual narrative is. But, it's kind of a generic Zelda vibe. This kid from Japan finds an umbrella, and he gets warped to this fantasy world, and they ask him to fight this emperor who's trying to conquer the universe, and the only way you can do it is with an umbrella. Yeah, exactly. Their attack pattern anyway. It tries to be quirky and funny, but I don't know if something got lost in translation or if it just genuinely is more irritating than funny. It's kind of just like you're pulled in by, you know, oh man, a game about umbrellas, that's cool, and then it isn't actually cool at all. They try to snag you with these cute anime characters. It really doesn't carry the game. You. Okay, I'm gonna. No, I'm still gonna get the strength upgrade. So I still believe that getting it this early in the run is worth it for the like 6 seconds of time. The gameplay is not good. The art and music are the strong points of the game. The gameplay is, I guess, chonky. It just kind of doesn't feel the way you want it to feel. Even at a simple level of like, I just keep bumping into objects, and that seems like, you know, if you're just watching it, you're like, oh wow, he's just like, he keeps stopping in places, and that's just like the movement. It just, you get stuck to walls as you're trying to walk past them. And then in the platforming, it's all just kind of a little bit stiff. I keep saying, it's just like, I think it was just a case of a company that had never made this type of game and just like doing their best. Not to besmirch the good name of the people at Naxat. Sure. So, I was just kind of in some downtime looking for just a different game to play casually on stream. Oh. Things like that happening. Like, that's ridiculous. And it's kind of a common pattern for me to play some obscure nonsense and then just kind of, when I'm done with it, check and see what the time is for it, and if I feel like, yeah, I could probably do something with this, why not? I'll give it a few goes. We're only at, like, the 20th attempt, so it's not like I've played this a ton. I hate my input there. That's good. But I think there's something like 7 minutes between me and first place, so I don't expect to be a world record contender anytime soon, and that is okay. Second place is going to be good enough for this game. 2 health. But yeah, the only reason I'm still running it, as opposed to just like doing a few attempts and then calling it good, is because my friend Dave was like, hey, I'm doing this charity event, and do you have any games you want to submit? And I was like, well, I just played this game, and he's like, yep, it's in. So, trying to do the best I can to not be super embarrassed with bad gameplay. But after this weekend, I don't plan on playing this game ever again. Like, there's really no reason to. Oh, so much text. All right. Talk to the guy, get a key, get a new umbrella. 2 health. I think it's fine. Unlocks the power of the girl that can do wall jumps. Unfortunately, the wall jumps, just as awkward as everything else in the game. Sure. 1 health, gotta be careful. seen him in that position before. I wonder if it's just totally random. That kind of stuff right there, that was it, just eating the inputs entirely. Three hearts. Okay, yeah. Ah! Gotta wait. Alright, Fox Girl. Fox Girl is super random. Next. So every time... Yeah. Every one of those, there's a 50% chance that the fox will either drop foxes or shoot bullets at me. Only dropping foxes because shooting bullets is just a waste of time. And then every time we go into that phase, there's a 50% chance of hitting the right one, or it's a waste of time because I only do damage if I hit the correct one. So, very random fight. Very easy to lose time here. And nothing I can do to speed it up. There. Do not mash. Yeah, there you go. So it depends on how you define best. There's only one umbrella that actually has like a power, which is the ice umbrella, and you're about to see it. Well, you've already seen it in action, I think. Yeah, I'm on the wind umbrella now. So the second umbrella, the first umbrella I ever got was the ice umbrella, and it creates blocks in sort of, if there's like a dotted area for you to hit it, and it turns into an ice block. All the other umbrellas in the game have no special function. The only reason you get them is because they get stronger. So it's like an attack boost every time you get a new umbrella in the game. They have like a secondary function of when you defeat enemies with an umbrella, they turn into an orb, and you can pick up that orb and throw it. In a speedrun context, that's slow, and you don't do that very often. You did see during the fox fight they had to pick up orbs, like I'd hit a fox and it would turn into an orb, and I'd throw the orb diagonally up at the enemy. So the wind umbrella's thing is that it lets you pick up an orb and throw it in a direction, whereas subsequent umbrellas I get would throw orbs in different ways. But in a sense of like one being better than another, they're like, it's really, you just keep taking the next umbrella you get just because they keep getting stronger. And there's never a reason to like switch back. Unlike Crystallis on the NES, Crystallis has a system where like you get different elemental swords that you have to switch between in different contexts. Now the downside of that kind of system is that it's like slow for like menuing purposes, but at least there's something interesting going on rather than just being like, you got a stronger umbrella, kid. Good job. All right, now we're gonna eat a pickle sandwich. It's free, so we might as well. It's a little slow, but I'm down to low health, and the next boss fights are hard, so gotta do it. Since we're standing here, let's buy some stuff from this guy. Careful not to accidentally have him explain things to me and waste time that way. Now we're at the karaoke part of the run. I can't do anything to advance this text, it's just going to be slow, and we gotta listen to him sing at us. The ultimate umbrella is a rainbow umbrella. And that's the ultimate goal of the narrative, is we're going to eventually get the rainbow umbrella to fight this demon at the end of the game. Spoilers, there's a demon at the end of the game. We beat him with an umbrella. Dreams are the greatest enemy under the sun. See, this is one of those things that, like, maybe is charming the first time you experience it, but it sure isn't charming the second time you experience it. And now they're breaking the fourth wall, talking about how they're wasting my time. I feel it. Battle mode on! Alright. So there, I picked up an orb and threw it at him. I don't know that it does any more or less damage. I'm gonna catch him, just barely. Oh. Four seconds ahead of my PB. It's not great. I had a really bad wolf fight. The fox was not kind with her random chance. Now we're being attacked by pirates, and probably you could make a guess about what is going to happen to our train that's being attacked by pirates if you just kind of use some kind of general folklore knowledge. I won't spoil it, we'll get there. First, we're gonna go eat another pickle sandwich. Because we're down to 2 health already. That boss is very strong. I could use a potion instead of coming back here, but like you just walk one screen to the left. I think the time loss is insignificant. I mean, it's not insignificant. If you were really good, you wouldn't have to heal ever. You'd just run through the game, but I guess I'm not really good. Bird! You always get sniped by the birds. Like, parts of this are charming, right? Like, there's something to be said about the platforming of being able to float, but I think it's just, like, not executed well. There's a lot of empty space in the platforming sections. Did that to reduce lag. Because the more sprites there are on screen, the slower the game gets, because it's just not equipped to handle lots of sprites. Got through that section without taking damage. Not bad. Here's the Shark Lady. Shark Lady is a pirate boss, and she is also quite strong, which is why I ate a pickle sandwich before coming here. Okay. She bonked me. Well, see, I think that's the proper way to experience the game. I think the less you know about the actual narrative, the better you are. So if I can protect people from having to live this experience, I think that is the way to be. All you know is I just fought a shark lady, and then we got eaten by a whale. And whatever you use in your brain to connect the dots between those two things that happened is going to be more interesting than what the actual narrative of the game is. And I think watching someone else deal with the platforming is going to be more enjoyable than experiencing it for yourself. Okay, I gotta remember to stop at this teapot church and pick up next umbrella. This is a very easy one to skip. I don't think it even really matters that much, but, you know, presumably I'm doing more damage with it, so I should take it. This is what I'm here for. Over here and search this guy's stove. And he's gonna tell us that we need a flute so that we can get out of this whale. So we need to get the materials for him to make us a flute. They happen to be in the only other place you can go inside this whale, in a treasure chest. It's going to take us all of a couple minutes to go get them. He could just do it, but I'm going to assume that he can't just because he doesn't want to get anything in his beard. I don't know. Alright. Pick up one more chest before we leave town. It's right here. Away, lady. Equip another umbrella and equip this jewel. The jewel lets us warp out of areas. They gave it to us at the start of the game. It's never been relevant, but we have it, and we're going to use it to get out of this place quickly. So you can do this area faster than I do it. You can just jump over this wall that's right here to my left and get to this treasure chest, but I dropped down so I can get that extra defense. that is a case of where it's probably not worth it time-wise to do that at this point in the run. It's like really, I think, since we're a third of the way through, it's possible that you're better off just skipping it entirely and jumping over the top of the screen. But I don't have a route built for that, so I'm not doing it. This guy also has $80 in his toilet, so if you're ever strapped for cash and need those extra $80, search his bathroom. Now we have a flute. Equip that flute. We're gonna hear the flute song for like 8 seconds. That was interesting. So yeah, awesome. I tried to use it in air, and it just did not read the input. And I don't know if that means that you just can't use it in air, or if it just drops my input. Either way, I shouldn't have taken damage there. I'm gonna go back to town and rest. That was a really annoying thing to have happen, so... Well... Makes me cranky. To be fair, I don't think I've ever tried to do that. I've always like kind of done a slow thing where I stop what I'm doing as soon as I enter the screen and try to play the flute. It's possible you just can't play it in air. I don't know. Don't bump into these clouds. They will poison or reverse your controls. Either way, it's not a good time. So stop and attack them. Here we get a little speed boost if we catch these currents and move through them, move against them. And water mechanics are real bad, so this area sucks. We're gonna do our best. In the face. Sure. This guy came prepared. Yep. So there's the girl. Sure. There's the girl that can do wall kicks and slides. There's the kid with the umbrella. There's the bird who can double jump. Okay. And for this brief section of the game, we have the Emperor, who's the villain of the game, is in our party. The Emperor can shoot fire out of their stomach. But when they're doing it, they can't move, so in a speedrun context, they're worthless. Also, in that water section I just went through, half of my party can't swim. You saw it there briefly where I was the girl and she just kind of was treading water. Also, I think the bird can't swim, so that's why I have to keep switching back to the Umbrella Boy. So that's why, like, in theory, it's interesting to have different party members that you would switch between to do different movement techniques, but you don't use most of them. Like, mostly it's just not executed well. You'd use Umbrella Boy or Wall Jump Girl, basically. Need to jump. The time loss came from me having to go back to use the inn. Like, I know exactly what happened there. Because it didn't use the flute in the air. And again, I don't know, maybe you just can't. I tried something different, and I got burned. Go in this town, immediately leave. We got out of the whale. Let's see where we at. This is the one where we talk to the girl. We talk to the village elder. This is Wipes, everybody's favorite character. We're gonna go on a little side quest here that has really nothing to do with the main narrative of the game. But these people are scared of a Yeti, and they want us to go deal with it. Yeah, I'm aware of Demon's Crest. Yeah, Demon's Crest does a better job of it. I am going to rest at the inn here because I'm so low on health. And I've got enough heart upgrades at this point that I think it's worth it. Excuse me. I tried. This is a maze. It's not a very good maze, but it is a maze, by definition. I am going to not get the other chest. There's a chest up at the top of the screen in the upper left corner, and we're going to not go for it. I think it's a waste of my time at this juncture in the game. Go ahead and come to this section. This is a big spoiler right here. This is one of the 2 places in the game where I did not know what to do when I got here, because at no point up until now did you have to pull out your umbrella while standing on the ground and float upward. That sign just says something like, feel the wind in your hair, or something like that. It's a terrible clue. Someone in the chat had to be like, pull the umbrella out, fool. So, yeah. Should have known. The game only gives you one thing that you can do, one mechanic that it's emphasizing over the whole game, so like, of course, it's just pull out the umbrella. I'm really glad I rested at the inn because I took 3 damage, and I had 3 hearts. So it was the right thing to do. Alright. So we talked to that Pokemon, and when we come back to town, we find that the people have been turned to stone. Except this little girl who's really good at hide and seek. We get another narrative dump here where we're going to find out how to save those people from their stoned fate. This dude who just happens to be standing in the background is like, I know where you can find ice apples, and those are what you need to solve the problem. We immediately walk right back into this church to get this chest. Next umbrella. So I can't remember if it's the fire or the water umbrella. One of those two, when you pick up an orb and throw it, it like spins around you instead of being like a directional thing. It's the least interesting screen of the game. You just run to the right. There are no consequences. I don't know why they put it there. Now we're gonna fight this cat girl who is the sister of the shark lady. She's very mad that we fought her sister twice. And she's gonna shoot rainbows at us to punish us. Okay. Sure. That could have been better. Oh no! Wall kick girl! She suffered a terrible fate. So we fell off that waterfall, woke up in bed. That dude's just been standing in the corner watching us the whole time. He's telling us to keep cool and just go find those ice apples. That's what we'll do. This is where I need to switch back to the ice umbrella. So I'm going to have a weaker attack power, but like I said before, maybe this is not where I switch back to the ice umbrella. This is not where I switch back to the ice umbrella. Sorry, that was a waste of time. This is one of the more perilous platforming sections of the game. You'll see why in a minute. And so that guy can cause poison, and he has a questionable hitbox. Now let's see. So I'm low on health, so I'm going to be almost really just using my potion. Yeah, let's use the potion. And it's like, I knew he was there, and I attacked him, and it didn't matter. The game still poisoned me, because it's just, you know, not super fair. So that was a little slow. A little slow because I just thought I was in a different place entirely. Here is where I need to have the ice umbrella. Here we have some ice physics. All that the ice physics really do is they screw up your jump. Sure, bullets are on my way. Got me, bro. Now we can stop having the ice umbrella. Because if you keep the ice umbrella, those clouds do take 2 hits instead of 1, and then you run into them and get poisoned, and have your controls reversed and all sorts of nonsense, so don't do that. Now I fight the cat girl again. It's basically the same fight, only now there's ice physics on the floor. So all of my jumps are going to be skewed. Hate my input. That was my fault. That was also my fault. Yeah. Well, that's why we had the life orb. But this was a shameful showing. Yeah, that was not a good cat fight at all. So I have no healing items. Where are we at in the narrative? I'm gonna have to... At a certain point, I'm gonna be forced to rest in an inn anyway. I also need to have $800, $850 as we move deeper in the narrative. We're getting close to that point, so I'm kind of doing some routing on the fly here. At some point, I'm going to want to stop and buy more healing items, but I also need to make sure I have enough money to pay to go to the dojo. But right now, we're not worried about that. Right now, we're doing this place, which is mostly meaningless. I don't know if there's anything like really difficult about this. It introduces a push mechanic right here. This is never going to show up again in the game, so I don't know why it's here, but it is. So we have this little section where we have to push a block to the right. Grab the wall. Thank you. It would be amazing if someone found a means of skipping that. This sucks. Alright. We found the ice apples. Now those people are saved. And we're resuming the narrative. Let's see, I'm going to need to go out of town. This other town. Stop here on the way and pick up a chest that we were not able to get before. Stop here, immediately leave. Now we're going to be introduced to our ultimate nemesis, which is a dinosaur wearing armor. dungeon where we have to talk to this guy. We're forced to rest at the end and advance the narrative. Unless you have full health at that point, in which case you can skip this, but it's almost never happens. Fool. You don't wait for that enemy, you'll get knocked down and waste a lot of time. Now we meet our nemesis again. And he one-shots us again. Yeah, but it makes you wonder, like, who made the design choice of, like, let's just put a dinosaur in there, I don't know. Okay, flashback over. So at this point, everyone tells us that we're not strong enough. We need to go to this dojo and train so that we can go fight the army. We've learned our lesson. Do not mash the cancel button, or you'll be forced to repeat this entire sequence. That's why that was slow, is because I took my fingers off of the buttons to make sure I didn't press the wrong button. That's okay. Reasonable movement. I'm okay with that. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and purchase replacements for the things I used earlier. Listen, I know I've done nothing but complain about this game. I don't mean to be, like, existing in a space where I just, like, deny you the joy of playing whatever speaks to your heart. So, if this seems like something that you want to play, go for it. This boss is very random. The smoke and plant cycles are what we want. We do not want to see the balls. We do not want to see him roll into us. But, we have it. Very good. Now the castle is going to self-destruct because we beat that rock. I'm going to go ahead and rest here because it's free and because we're right in front of this guy, and we're going to have to, well, you'll see. You'll see why. Alright, so escape sequence. Okay. Pretty common for me to fall through that bubble. Pretty common for that to happen too. Oh no, it's the dinosaur again. Ooh. As you can see, the dinosaur does quite a bit of damage. Yeah, sure. And he can either charge me or bite at me, and that time he chose to charge me when I wasn't expecting it, and he gave me the business. Oh, another charge, huh? So I've still got a potion, but I lost my life orb. I will take the time to buy another one before we, whenever I'm near an inn. Whoa! This is another section of the game where it doesn't really tell you what to do, and you kind of just have to wander around looking for the proper place to progress the narrative, which is coming over here and talking to this guy. He's gonna throw some backstory on us, which is, I think, supposed to be a plot twist, but it's really not relevant to anything. He just told us a bit about the origin story of the Emperor, which I didn't care the first time I played the game, and I care even less on the 20th time. Thanks to a bug in the translation, I'm going to have the letters E and D stuck to the sides of my screen now. That's just the way that is. Now we gotta come over here and see these characters off at the train station, again, for narrative reasons. We're gonna do that. And then we move on to the final, like, third, I guess, of the game, the back section. Oh, she didn't get on the train after all. Hold hands. And now we're going to the desert. It's our second to last umbrella. Here and talk to this specific character to advance the plot. I even talked to him twice. Just make it extra spicy. Tried something different again. That was not the way to be. That was not what I wanted. That's okay. Now we talk to this mad professor who's going to make us take a quiz so we can advance the plot. It's not a complicated quiz. Although I did do it wrong once during one of my runs, and I think I just stopped the run at that point. I was like, too embarrassing, gotta stop. Alright. Equip our new umbrella, equip this light of brilliance. Sure. See if I get tripped up by the maze this time. Didn't mean to get this, but I did, so here we are. Come on. wasn't bad. Clunky, but we got through. Okay, the Sphinx fight is quite random. Anytime it chooses to use its wings, it's going to slow down. It's just going to slow things down. So, there we go. Immediately. Okay, still made it work. No, see, that one got me. Oh, that's not what I wanted at all. I really don't want to be in a situation where I'm hitting both of these guys at the same time. Would you believe that the hitboxes are super janky and you just fall through the mummies that you're supposed to bounce off of? With that, we have the Rainbow Orb, which is the orb we need to get the Rainbow Umbrella. We are advancing towards the end of the game. Get back on the Pickle Express, and I've got a potion and a life orb, so I don't need to do anything. I will stop in a minute. I will rest. Before, resting it in is always slow. It's, not something you want to be doing in a speedrun context, but I'm about to go fight all of the bosses in the game over again, so I would like to have full health. Alright, here we go. Dave said that this roulette sound is really loud, so if that is true, sorry. Like come over here and appreciate this background, which is, I think, maybe the most artistically interesting thing in the game. I don't know why it's there. About average. boost from the water. Sometimes when you jump in the water, you'll get like rocketed upward. Make you jump over and not take damage, but that did not happen this time. In fact, I took quite a bit of damage from the shark. Maybe even buy another potion when we're done with the boss fight. More balls. Don't want the balls. Okay, so for the fox, we have to switch back to... no, we don't have to. I choose to switch back to a different umbrella because... the cloud umbrella, when you throw an orb, it just spins around you in sort of circles that grow... Sucks. Circles that go, you know, more and more outward. It's not gonna do anything. Release the button too early. Okay, come on, please hit it. So you can see the Thunder Umbrella has a problem of that happening. At least twice now. I still feel like the boost in damage is worth the unpredictability of the arc of the shot, but I would understand if someone disagreed and they chose to use like the Wind Umbrella here. Yeah, the Wind Umbrella, because that's what you had when you first fought the fox. Free bounce. No wings! Wow. Alright. So the Emperor's like, I've frozen this old man and this princess, and if you want them to not be frozen anymore, you need to give me that rainbow orb. And we're like, yeah, okay. Now we gotta fight a dinosaur again. Oh, he fell on me. I'm gonna just take it easy. Oh, that sucks. So because he fell on me, my health is real low. I didn't want to use up my life orb there. I would like to save it for the final boss. I have just enough money to buy yeah, just enough money to rest at the inn and buy one last potion, which I shouldn't need, but I'm still gonna do it for safety. So the money routing is pretty important in this game, and it changes based on your performance, so you can't just like know exactly when to do things. You have to be able to adjust to what happens, because the game is not consistent. I don't care how good you are at it. My feeling is that no matter what your plan is, it's gonna fall apart. And things like the dinosaur falling on me there. Like I don't think that should have happened, but you know, whatever. Our hitboxes just like hugged each other too tightly. Here we are at the final area. What a ride it's been. Missy? I don't know if Missy is actually here right now or if there's a delay before Missy shows up, but regardless, I'm sure that nobody was anticipating some holy umbrella in their day, so here's this. If you've never heard of this game, don't worry about it. There's absolutely no reason for you to have heard about this game. I just fell down because I was so excited about Missy showing up, so I'm going to repeat the section for the fans. I'm just trying to live my best umbrella life, that's all. This will probably be my best time in this, which is not saying much, but, you know, for what it's worth. People are trying to witness greatness. This is what greatness looks like. Switch back to this girl, to this. Here we go, final boss. Well, 2 bosses in a row. Good, thank you. That's the energy I need. So yeah, this is Holy Umbrella. It's a Super Nintendo game that nobody played. You see me keep going for this like extra jump here. You can technically get in another hit on this boss, but it's a pain, and I have not successfully done it yet. I'm not surprised. I mean, depends on how you define history. The second place run in this game is probably not going to be that historical, but you know. I don't want to dampen anybody's enthusiasm. I'm going to go ahead and use my potion. I'm really glad I bought it now, because that was some kind of questionable behavior I had to deal with there. Sure. I tried to tank that hit to go fast, and it was not the right thing to do. It's alright. Alright, here we go. We get a little bit more narrative dump. I did something. Did part of it. And now we get to fight this guy, who claims to be the Kingdom of Darkness. Which doesn't even make sense. Honestly, don't even worry about it. You're not the first person to ask what the narrative of this game is, and you're better off just making up your own narrative. But there was a dude inside that dude, and now we're gonna fight that dude. With the power of rainbows and umbrellas. Alright. So everything on this screen is pretty, there's a finite amount of space that I have to move in without taking damage. But it's mostly rhythm-based. If you can get the rhythm down, you're fine. You just kind of go up and over these arms as they swoop down to you, and it just follows the same pattern over and over again. So, like, as far as final boss battles go, it's not that bad. Oh, but see, that happened. Caught me off guard. I bumped into his knuckles, and I paid the price. Got a little too excited about being done with Holy Umbrella. Alright. We're good, man. Just don't panic. Yeah, I've wondered how many final boss fights in games have a character that's just like some dude with floaty hands, because it's super common in video games, and I don't know why. It kind of bothers me how common it is. Yeah! I'll do it. What did I take? 2 hits? Not bad. And now you see the final split is I just have to say yes. So I gotta mash through some text real quick. The umbrella is talking to me, and thanking me for all of my hard work. Now I gotta say yes to the princess twice. Yes, and yes. There we go. Yeah. There were several people here when it happened. Yeah. So that's Holy Umbrella. I don't recommend it. But it is a game that exists that people can play. And you know, that's the second fastest time. I think the record is, like 7 minutes faster than me. It's like, I don't even know where you can find 7 minutes. It's a little crazy. I think at best I might be able to get it up to like 127 if I was really good. I really don't see it getting any faster than that, though. And the kid made it back to Japan. So everything worked out, except he's still wearing his dumb Gilligan hat. Cool. All right. Thanks, Missy, for dropping in on me at the very end of that. I'm sure that everyone was just blown away by whatever this is. And I'm gonna carry on. I've got 5 other games to do a run of. I've got like just a whole block of things I'm just gonna practice every day until the event this weekend. So if people need to take off, that's okay. No more Holy Umbrella. We're done with that. I don't know what I'm gonna play next, but I'll have to make that judgment call after the credits. Get something to drink real quick. I'm back. Ben. Don't worry, just like the best Marvel movies, we get a post-credit sequence here. There we go.